just unboxed my new Chinese excavator. It's the AGT H15R with the Rado engine. It's very similar to the Honda engine. I also made sure to get the one with the pilot controls because I really like them up here a lot better than down here at my feet. Right now, first thing we're going to do, all the research I've been looking at says to change all the fluids in it, check all the hoses, anywhere it could be rubbing underneath the box here, and change all the Alamite fittings and re-grease everything. Also, I'm going to be checking the tension on the tracks, the mechanical tension, so it shouldn't be that difficult, and we'll go from there. I also upgraded from the stationary thumb to the hydraulic thumb, so we'll be installing that as well. It looks like to get to the hydraulic manifold, we'll have to also pull the canopy bolts just on this one arm right here, and then you'll be able to access the hydraulic manifold. All right, we got the manifold cover removed, and here is your hydraulic manifold and battery. I prefer the standard excavator controls, but if you prefer the backhoe controls, this excavator doesn't have a switch. Normal excavators have a switch that you can swap back and forth between excavator and backhoe, but this one you'll have to change your lines around to your preferred setting. All right, we got it all taken apart to where you can access the hydraulic manifold, the battery, the engine compartment, and the engine. This is the Rado engine, 420 cc's. When you first get this, you'll have to reach in from the top up here underneath the seat, straight down, and there's a switch right here. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a switch right here on the back of the engine. It's an on-off for the gasoline. You can't hardly see it when you first unbox it unless you look through the back grate. But if you'll reach down and turn that on, you'll be able to crank up just fine. Now that we have all the plates taken off, I'm gonna go through and check every bolt that I can see, every fitting, every piece, and make sure they're tight and working properly, and then we'll go into changing the fluids. All right, now that I've gotten all the bolts that I can find tightened up, I'm also going to go around and check all the hydraulic hoses and make sure they're not rubbing on anything. Like these four right here are rubbing up against this this brace. What I did was I got some 1/4-inch pipe insulation. I'm just going to cover each one like that, and that way, if it rubs, it's not rubbing against the hose. Looks like all the hoses are taken care of. Nothing looks like it's going to be rubbing too bad. I do recommend after about 10-15 hours of running the machine to go back and check all your bolts and all your hoses one more time just to see if anything shifted during the operation process. Now it's time to change all the grease fittings. Go around and change all those to Alamite fittings. Now we got all the grease fittings changed, I'm going to drain the hydraulic tank. In order to do that properly, I have to bring all these rams in so that all the fluid will go back to the tank and we don't have leftover contaminated fluid in the rams themselves. So just be careful when doing this because you don't want to run yourself over. All right, now we got all the hydraulic fluid back to the tank. Let's pump it out. The hydraulic tank doesn't really have a drain plug, so if you take these 2, 4, 6 bolts off and pull this out, you'll be able to put a hand pump or a mechanical pump, anything down there to pump all the fluid out. I've drained all the hydraulic fluid. It's about 4 gallons. I think it's supposed to hold like 4.7. But at the bottom of this, I don't know if you can see, but there's a filter down there that can be changed out. I'm going to pull this one out and see if I can find a replacement for it. So here's the hydraulic oil filter. This one actually looks pretty good. It's still in good shape. There's no part number on this, so I'll do some research and see if I can't find a replacement. I just verified the oil capacity. The hydraulic oil capacity is 4.76 gallons. I'm putting in the ISO 46 hydraulic fluid. Now for the engine oil. Right there's your fill plug, and there's a bolt right here on the back of the motor mount is the oil drain plug. You can reach in there and unscrew it with a 12 millimeter socket. What I did before pulling the plug was put pressure on the blade to pick it up so it'll drain out better. It holds 1.1 quarts of engine oil. I went with the full synthetic 10W30 4-cycle engine oil, made for Kohler, Honda, Kawasaki, Briggs & Stratton engines. That's it for changing all the hydraulic fluid, the engine oil, changing out the grease fittings, and adding grease to the machine. Next video, we'll put the thumb on and do a first impressions video. Please like and share and comment below. And don't forget to turn the notification bell on and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.